So I've been asked a few times to do a video on the London patterns. So I'm just having a quick scroll through, not in any particular order. I've seen a type 3 London pattern here. So let's discuss this one first. So obviously we're in peak formation low at the moment, so we're looking for a W anchor point, which normally would be our low of the day kind of thing, but we've had our Asian session, then we've had our stop hunt out of Asia into London Open, so we need to start looking for some kind of W pattern to see our after the manipulation to see the trend move for the day. So if we look at our TDI, we can see that we've had quite low levels down here towards the 30 and being below the 50. So ideally we'd like to see things a little bit lower, but there we are. So the type 3 setup is called the 50-50-50 because it normally happens around the 50% of the Asian range. The Asian range is respected, and then we have normally the 50 EMA running through the Asian range and across the 50% line of the range there. So that's our 50-50. And then we can see this W formation forming also around the 50 level here, look. So this is our 50-50-50, and this is our W formation here, and then off to the races. So once we had this confirmation, probably on this candle here, we could have got the entry and traded it to the upside. So that is the type 3 pattern. Let's go on and try and find some of the others. Hopefully I can do it in the same video. If not, I'll be doing it over 3. Okay, so just scrolled back a little bit and I found a type 2. It's not the cleanest one, but it's okay. So normally the resets and the pullbacks on H1 occur off the 50 EMA, where we get the bounce in level 1, level 2, and then also which means it's a reset normally on M15 for the cycle. The AR0 level, top and bottom, so top is 0, 50 in the middle, 0 at the top. W formation normally respects the bottom threshold of the Asian range, and then we have our W pattern from here forming the low of the day and then off to the races for the rest of the day. So as we can see here, price came outside of the band and then came back down low towards the volatility band around the 35 level here, and then you can kind of see like a W formation here by the TDI, the price line going over the signal line, and then finally when we crossed over the 13 EMA here, we can see that the market baseline is starting to bottom out and slightly tilt upwards. So yeah, this is like an AR0 trade with a bit of a messy W off the 0 level of the Asian range. So that is the type 2. They can also occur at the top with an M formation, but both the type 3 and type 2 occur within either the 50% or the 0. So the 0 is type 2 and the 50 is type 3. So yeah, that is for the type 2. Let's go and see if we can find a type 1. So here we have a type, like a typical kind of type 1. So we would see here that the price went below the Asian range, and then the major move of the day was to the upside. So price came out of Asia, stop hunted down to the 200 EMA to reset for this cycle to the upside on M15. Price went out of the band, price touched the band again, and then you had almost an NBL bounce here. So probably the best entry would have been from here, the safest, because this one again was off of the lower Bollinger Band, volatility band of the TDI. So we normally say once we're back inside the bands, the market maker has finished his manipulation. So typically come out of the Asian session into London with a false move below the Asian range, often down to find support at the 200 EMA. First leg, second leg, NBL bounce and trend move. Close above the 13 EMA and you would have an entry there. So yeah, that is type 1, type 2 and type 3. Also you could have it above in peak formation high, where we're looking for stop hunt high, then M formation, and then moves down from that point. I hope that helps. I might just pull up a drawing quickly of the London pattern so we can quickly discuss that. So here we have a drawing that I did of the London pattern. So often we'll have the Asian session range, we'll have a stop hunt above 25 to 50 pips above the Asian range, M at the high of the day, often off of the 200 EMA. All of these happen off of M15. So Asian range for a long position, stop hunt below the Asian range, 25 to 50 pips below the Asian range, W at the low of the day, often off of the 200 EMA. So type 2 trade is off of AR0 high or low. Price consolidates during Asia, then respects the top of the AR0, M formation, second leg entry, top of Asian box, often at the 200 EMA, floating past there. For type 2 in peak formation low, we have a false move to the AR0 level, W off the bottom of the Asian range, often at the 200 EMA, and then off to the races. Type 3 is the 50% of the Asian range. So peak formation high, we look for M formation at the AR midline of the Asian box, 50 EMA floating there, and the green price line of the TDI to bounce off the static 50. So the TDI, the Asian range, and the 50 EMA also floating across the Asian range there. Call it water running through Asia. And then for the buy setup, we'd look for the Asian range, the 50 EMA floating through it, the 50% line, a W off of that being respected, and also the TDI around the 50 level as well. So I hope that this helps clear up about the Asian ranges. Thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about this and other stuff, please come to www.apexprogroup.co.uk, and also please join our Discord server via the link in the description. Cheers.